Okay, so this video is about learning how to advocate when you are a blind or visually impaired person. Okay, so when people are when people don't know the proper way to guide you, first of all, it's best to teach them the proper way to guide you. So explain to them that you hold their elbow, and just saying that holding my hand or grabbing you is not the proper way to guide you. And first of all, you gotta be careful when advocating too. So don't just say, oh, just don't grab me like that, blah blah blah. First of all, people are gonna think you're rude, and second of all, people are not gonna want to help you. And when people people grab you for different reasons, like they don't intentionally mean it. They just want to help you. First of all, they're trying to help but they don't know how, or they just simply don't have no experience with a blind or visually impaired person. Like in my case, when people grab me a lot, just go right and grab me. First of all, I try to tell them that I'm okay, but I also teach them it's always good to ask me for assistance before approaching to help. But first of all, because I may not want their help, or other people are blind or visually impaired. Tell people in a nice way when you're advocating, let them be aware, but do it in a nice way that people will actually respect you. If you tell them in a rude way, people are gonna think you're rude and arrogant, and people are not gonna want to help you. First of all. And also, when you're advocating for yourself as a blind or visually impaired person, it's important to advocate for independence. And also, when you go to college or university, it's good to advocate that you need the special accommodations. First of all, right? Being having not having the ability to read print. First of all, when you're in college, there is services to students with disabilities, okay? And it's important to let them know what you need or what format you want your materials in, first of all. And also, let people be aware of visual impairment. When you have a white cane and you're going around in public, a lot of people are going to assume you're blind, and people are going to say, oh, he or she can't see, he or she is blind, and so forth. But the reason why people do this is because people are not familiar of what blindness is. Blindness can be a lot of things. It can be total blindness, it can be color blindness, it can be legal blindness, and so on. I'm partially sighted, which means that I have some vision, but it's very limited. Legal blindness is pretty much, you can still see, but you have trouble seeing, and you don't qualify for a driver's license. I probably explained to you in my previous visuals, oh, I cannot speak, sorry. I've explained different varying degrees of visual impairments in my previous videos, and you're welcome to watch this anytime. Again, my apologies for stuttering. Okay. In my previous videos, I also explain about living with visual impairments. This is based on my experience. You may have people that may understand or try to understand what it's like to be visually impaired, and other people may just kind of be rude about it or whatever. My dad, he says I can't walk. He'll tell other people I can't walk, and it's embarrassing. First of all, again, I'm visually impaired. It does not mean I can't walk. Are you retarded or stupid or something? Really? Come on. He's probably just poorly educated, first of all. Okay, so last year when I was at Alberta College, I was waiting for my dad to pick me up. I thought I was going in the right doors, but I wasn't. I was kind of lost, and all the hallways kind of looked the same. I phoned my dad, and I told him I didn't really know where I was, and so forth. And he was telling this person that, oh, she's blind, I have to pick her up. And I explained to him that I'm visually impaired, and he was like, it's the same thing, it's okay, you know. And I told my dad that it's not the same thing, and I've been explaining things to him like I'm visually impaired, which means I have limited vision. I explained to him the different types of visual impairment. So he's just poorly educated, that's all. So he didn't have like much schooling. He's still my dad, but again, I'm not close to my father like I used to. I used to think he was an understanding father, but he's a hypocrite and irresponsible, and yeah. I used to think he was this understanding father. Like he thinks he knows everything, first of all, you know? Like the reason why I say he acts like a kid is because like he'll spend money irresponsibly, but that's none of my business anyways. That's his choice. Second of all, he'll go to parties and he'll get drunk and whatever, right? And this one time that my father was scared that I would like miss spots on while cleaning dishes. And I just tell him, just because I can't see, it doesn't mean that I won't clean dishes well. Like honestly, trust me, I clean dishes better than a couple of my sisters, and I'm visually impaired. So those of you sight people, like try not to think, oh, I'm visually impaired, so I'll miss spots while I'm doing dishes. I'll cut myself while I'm cutting with a knife. Like visually impaired and blind people can learn how to handle like tools safely and wash dishes safely. When I wash dishes, I have to wash dishes by feeling. Like I have to feel whether the dishes are dirty or not. I can't see that with my eyes, because since my vision's so limited, I have to realize I can't always rely on my vision. My vision's great for things like sorting laundry and seeing a bit of color, and to tell if things are in front of me, like a huge post or a person's sitting across from me, or someone's holding a newspaper. But first of all, my vision is so limited. Like I can't even like read pen and pencil. It's that bad. That's why I have to rely heavily on Braille, since I can't read print. It's also important to be aware that blind and visually impaired person can do pretty much a lot of things, like working a job, going to college or university, going shopping, even though shopping may be hard for me, you know. Okay, so when you guys are shopping, it's best to go with someone, especially when you're like shopping for groceries. But if you're like living on your own and you have no one to go shopping with, I encourage you guys to ask a person who works at the store. Like when I go to Shoppers Drug Mart, I ask one of the people that work there to help me look for things, such as personal like, hygiene items and etc. I really don't like it when my dad tells people I can't walk, and it's very embarrassing. It's like him saying that I'm in a wheelchair and I'm wheelchair bound and I'm handicapped. That's how I interpret it that way, but you guys may interpret it differently. And so forth. Like, I do my best to advocate for myself, but a lot of people don't realize I'm advocating for myself. Like, I'm a visually impaired person, but, you know, I'm a normal person like you guys. It's just I have a disability. Like you guys, I had to advocate for things. I have to learn how to be independent. I also have to learn, even though I have a disability, I'm not going to get free rides. I'm going to be treated the same just like everyone else. You know, I want to be treated the same like everyone else. I don't want to be treated like a person with a disability. It just makes me feel crippled, first of all. And it's just really makes the person seem inferior, like just like have no possibilities whatsoever, you know? As for all you guys, blind visually impaired or sighted, it's important to work hard and be determined in life, or else you're not going to succeed. And you know, I'm a very determined person. I'm determined to do well in school, and I'm determined to get a full-time job and have my own place someday. Again, I've been told by one of my sisters that I won't be able to move out on my own. I'll live with my dad or my mom or my sisters for the rest of my life until I'm married, and I won't be able to work. That's actually not true. That's not true, you know? The reason why I'm saying is because I'm capable of doing a lot of things. It doesn't mean I'm intellectually impaired. It doesn't mean that I am stupid, of course. It's just that I'm visually challenged, and that's all. Alright, so thanks for watching my videos. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can.